What's up, guys? It's Focus Motion, and we are here today doing a hand history final table review of the 600 guaranteed dollar rebuy add-on um, turbo that I actually took down yesterday. Fortunate enough to do so, and wanted to go ahead and review it before I start my session. And plus, I keep on promising you guys some final table video action, and um, this is kind of like smooth it over a bit. So without further ado, here we go. This is the final table. As you can see, very turbo-like with the blinds. You can see I have 12 big blinds. The waiver rater has 16, 2 for 514, 11 over here, 7, 13, 6, and 8. So really, if you look around the table, it's anybody's game, matter of doubling up. So we got 890 in the in the button, and I'm a little surprised uh, that I didn't open because the big one is short and he can have anything really, and I feel like you could maybe gamble up there, right? There's also a good chance that he might even just fold. You never know, right? But anyway, so I fold there. Moving along, Queen 10-0. I fold here. We have a limper, uh, undergun limper. I would have actually opened had it not been limped. But as it were, I decided to fold. So interesting enough, the limper jams the flop. Poppy had the strong hand. And wait, moving along, 6-10-0. I don't think I do anything. I'm pretty sure I didn't do anything here with Doyle. Nope. King 8-0. Gonna fold. 2-5-0. Gonna fold. 10-8-0. Gonna fold. Queen 4-0. We are going to see a flop maybe. We do. We get a pair. And kind of 15 the person limp, so I'm not too sure exactly. Game flow is a little bit different, right? Real time. That's why I'm a big fan of recording the final tables live in a way, so you can kind of see the timing and stuff like that, and game flow better. But yeah, I imagine I would check and just evaluate what he's gonna do. Here it gets kind of dry, so I don't really feel like I can bet for value. If anything, I might be value betting myself. Um, check back here. I have a showdown hand. I feel like I could call a bet maybe, but in the end I really think I have the best hand here now. And he shows ace high, and yeah, I forgot what the guy had. So by just looking at the sequence, you kind of figure you have the best hand, but you really can't bet river. Obviously, he blows you off if he has the better hand. He's not calling with worse. So at best you can do a bluff catch. So like if we bet with his ace high, and the bet sizing was so big, probably call. Um, so nice little pot there. Went to showdown. We get a shove here by triple threes, 5 big blinds. Pretty tight. And it gets called ace 10 versus ace jack. We had king 10, I believe, right? Yeah, king 10. Pretty straightforward. It's kind of cooler. His shove is okay, and obviously his ace jack is okay too as well. So had I been in the big blind, I probably would have called king 10. Close, probably not. It depends. Really, game flow dynamics too as well. King 5-0. We are going to be folding, obviously, and pretty crazy, but it happens. Queen 7-0. Pretty sure don't do anything here, especially with a 3x under the gun. This is the same guy that limped under the gun, so his 3x has to be, I mean, he could be doing that with strong hands, but also trying to protect a hand too. Because if you probably limp with the aces or king of the queens, and he probably play it differently with, you know, with under the gun open there. Okay, that we're folding around. Can you do so? We're gonna fold. Jack 8 suited rather. We're gonna open, and let me move this over here so we can see what we're doing. I'll move this guy over here too, and this guy over here. Okay, so yeah, I don't mind my open. Um, we're seven-handed. We're threatening anybody, you know. Basically, we're threatening anybody with their stack if they tangle with us. So I don't mind the open. Plus, we need to get some chips too as well. The only thing we're really worried about is 514 jamming on us. We're gonna have to call, and we get kind of exposed with what we have. But where it goes through, it doesn't go through. It gets called by Jose, which is not surprising. If you look at the stats, he's 44-22. He's pretty active. He checks. I'm always going to c-bet here for value. Well, not value per se, but value in the sense that he's going to fold a lot on this kind of a flop. And he does. Jack 6 suited, folding. 590, folding. 890. We have to call. It sucks. If they didn't call, we still call. I mean, obviously, but well, I don't say it sucks. I mean, we're getting great implied odds, and if we hit, we're gonna stack. But so we call. Completely missed the flop. We're gonna check. Obviously, check it down, and guy has queens. Okay, move along. 4-5 suited. He jams. Get some folds. 8-4 suited. Now, it's interesting. This guy decides to limp here, and he's got over limps. So it's gonna be interesting to see what's going on here. So now, let's see if our theory is correct. This guy limps with strong hands, or he limps with a weak hand. Let's see. So he decides to get it in, and he folds. I mean, that's pretty typical. I mean, unless this guy's kind of trappy where he overlimps kings or aces. But this table hasn't been like that, so. So worth noting, this guy is as what we suspected earlier. I mean, this guy limps his strong hands and gets the knockout blow. 7-9-0, we're gonna fold. We got kings. We're gonna just min raise it. This guy calls. We're gonna bet. And yeah, that's. I mean, realistically, obviously, we want to get a double up, but we'll still take that. Fold around. Guy shows ace king for the walk. Blind versus blind here. We're calling off if he shoves. He doesn't. But yeah, 2-4 suited in the small blind. We fold. Let's look around. So we got 11 big blinds, 14 big blinds here, 18, 12, and 5. So we're relatively in the mix. Jimmy shoves. Raver overshoves. Oh, did he overshove or did he flat? Yeah, he overshoves to isolate. And dirty. I remember this. The guy's like, oh, I'm sorry. You telling the Raver he's sorry for cracking his aces. Yeah. King 9-0. We're gonna open. I was a little hesitant. I remember opening here, just in case Raven was tilting, you might just jam with anything. But I felt like it was a good spot to take. And we get a call by Jose, who's been calling a lot. He checks. We check back, and on this, I was gonna say on this turn we would bet if he checked. but we end up folding. Realistically speaking, you could bet that Jack 10-10, but and it hits a lot of drawy hands, so don't know if I could really bet there and want to get a fold per se. Oh, what happened here? You got moved. Oh, okay. There we go. Oops. A spoiler alert. Sorry, guys. Okay, there we go. So 2-6-0. We're gonna fold. Raver min raises, gets it down. 9-5 suited in the big blind. Jimmy jams. We're not calling off there. Ace 9-0. We're shoving blind with blind. I like it. Obviously, Raver Raider folds. 4. This is kind of dicey. I really feel like I could race for this guy, but at the same time, I felt like I had a good stack and I wasn't in any like hurry to, to get more chips. I felt like I could do it easily at this table, so didn't need to gamble there. Queen 9 suited. I might have passed up opening because this guy keeps calling me, but I don't hate him open by Queen 9 suited. And wow, pretty crazy. King 8-0. We're gonna open here. Opening here with intention of attacking the short stack. Folds. Queen 3 off. It's a little isolation by Will He Do It. Then a jam by Ray Ray. So he limp jams. Hard to see this guy folding. Calls. King with his 8s. And he gets there and knocks out Ray Raider. Interesting how a lot of people are just limping their big hands and turbos, which makes sense. Sometimes. 7-6-0. Yeah. I opened this one because sometimes, usually, when somebody wins a big pot, they just won a big pot, so they're not really looking to get the tango again. They kind of want to enjoy their winnings or their spoils, so to speak. So they're gonna fold a lot. So I went ahead and did that. Jack 5 suited. I'm gonna open again. Jose defends like a boss. Get trips here. I want to kind of slow down a bit because obviously I have trip jacks and have them crushed pretty much. So kind of want him to catch up a little bit. 3 of spades is a nice card for me. So I really would like a bet here. I don't know why I didn't bet, but oh well. And that is the worst card because it's a scare card and he's never going to call unless he has an ace. I bet he does call. He does have an ace. I just got lucky there that he had an ace, but in reality, I think I should have bet the turn. He could float with an ace, right? In theory. Yeah, I kind of don't like the way I played that hand. I like to check on the flop. Would definitely like to see a bet on the turn, and obviously set ourselves up for a bigger payday on the river. 7s here, min raising, with intention of calling off Jose and Jimmy. Of course, Jack 10. This is blind versus blind. We have 20 big, almost 20 bigs. This guy's shoving into us. We do have a floppable hand. I don't hate it at all. Blind versus blind. We're four-handed. We call. Guy had King 5 offsuit. We turn our 10, and there you go. Good game, Jimmy. Queen 2-0. 3x by Jose. We're gonna fold. H10. We're gonna open. We get jammed on Willie Do It. This is close because Willie Do It is pretty tight. So I don't remember actually, to be honest, what I did here. But I could see myself calling here, or I could see myself folding. I really forgot what I did. Okay, I end up calling. All right, that's fair enough. I mean, ace 10. I just felt like the game flow was good. He had eights, and we immediately hit an ace on the flop. Yeah, like I was saying, this guy playing pretty ABC. So I mean, could have easily had like ace jack here, ace queen, ace king, and my hand would be crushed. So, but we're three-handed, and we do have chips, so to speak. Go ahead and take that down, bust the player, and get heads up in good position. Jose raises, we fold. King 4-0, we min raise, folds. He raises, we ship it in. He calls with tens, and he doubles up. I don't hate that at all, other than the outcome, obviously. We limp here, he complete. Yeah, I don't mind limping here, because I definitely want to see a flop, and I feel like he might fold a lot, and I'd rather see a flop with this kind of a hand because it's very deceptive. And so yeah, so I bet he calls. Oh, I remember this hand. Turn from the 5. He checks. We check. Now we're slowing down because there's a lot of cards that can make a draw here, like 8 or 3, right? So the pot's 220. Turn from the 10, and he overbets the pot. Um, Obviously, an 8 has a straight there. 8-9 had the nuts. 3 had the straight. Overbets the pot. I mean, it does look bluffy, but in reality, this guy, you know, he plays pretty straightforward. Like he plays what he has, and I end up paying him off. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, 2 pair pretty strong heads up, but the way the board kind of plays out, I don't like it. He ended up having Jack 3 for the straight, so he has a chip lead now. Um, but we're still confident. King 8-0, we're gonna raise. He re-raises. We fold. Again, playing to what he's doing. 10 deuce suited. We check our option. We check. He bets. We fold. We're playing straightforwards, just like he is. Ace queen 0. We're gonna raise. He calls. Nice flop for us. Checks it. We bet it. He folds. I don't mind delaying that bet until the turn. I think we can get more value that way. Yeah. Ace 8 suited. We raise. He calls. We flop top pair, top kicker. Checks. We bet. He folds. Raise it. We cram it. We have the ace blocker, decent kicker, mid kicker. I mean, not the best, but it's like, um, if ace 2, ace 3, ace 4, ace 5, ace 6, ace 7, ace 8, we're crushing. Obviously. Anyway, so we want to pick up the momentum here and swing it our way. We fold, which is nice. So now we are chip leader. 5-10-0, we raise. He crams. We fold. Ace King O. Now, so the normal thing was min raise, right, on the button. Here the guy makes it 7x, which to me means he has a strong hand. But so obviously we're not just calling. We're basically cram it in. On the off chance he folds here, which he doesn't, but on the off chance he does fold, I mean, that's a nice pickup for us. I mean, we have ace king here, so we're not going anywhere. He calls. He has ace 3 spades. Pretty good flop for him. This is just massive here. And no help on the turn. And we blank the river, which is huge because now he's, crushed. And this is the last hand. And it's funny because it was a hand right before the break, so and we flopped 2 pair, and he flopped a pair, but gets nowhere. But yeah, that was the game and match. It was nice to win that. And interesting enough, I got notification from at rungoodgear.com from Twitter on the Twitter account that I won one of their swag giveaways, which was cool. So, I think I'm getting a Run Good T-shirt and I think a bag too as well. And it's kind of interesting because I got that notification and like maybe 3-4 hours later I shipped this tournament. So, talk about Run Good, right? Yeah, so I'm excited about that. Gonna see if we can get something going so we can play the World Series of Poker this year and actually go there and play. And I'll be sporting that Run Good gear over there. So as it were, we're playing the Op series today. There's I think a 7,500 guaranteed cubed tournament I'm playing on Aced, which should be fun, as well as some other ones. PLO Cash is going well on America Card Room, and Bovada I ran deep made a final table, but was unfortunate to not take it down. And as far as the op series in general, been breaking out mostly, min cashing a few, final table a couple, but no real traction. Highest I got in the op series, FT was third in the PLO 8 game. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this. Please comment below if you have any questions, and I will see you guys soon. Good luck at the tables.